Hey, and I'm back at it, trying to do this daily video thing again. Let's go, baby. All right, so today's Unisonus video. Hope y'all can hear me over the rain. Y'all it decided to start really pouring, apparently. But hey, that's the fun of it, right? Y'all get some nice little ambience, little what do they call that? ASMR, right? I guess ambiance. I don't know how is it pronounced, right? It's just pronounced like the most American Southern way you possibly could. Anyways, today's Unisonus video is for a video titled Blowing Our Souls into Some Hot Glass. This was a great video, y'all. This was so good because Mark and Ethan went to a glass studio and actually got to learn about glass blowing. And I think they actually got to blow a little bit of glass themselves with the help of somebody as well. But so I'm kind of like fiddling with this mask. I'm deciding if I want it on or not off. I guess I'll, take it off. It's kind of a funny little neckerchief, which is fine. It's very convenient, again, for whenever I'm out and about. But I'm just kind of taking a minute to do my video here. So they went to some glass studio. I don't remember the name of the glass studio. They did not write it down. And it was really neat. They went there, and the guy talked about how glass is blown, at what temperature it's blown. Wow, this rain, y'all. I love this. And my brain's just going to be all over the place. That's just where I'm at right now. You just get this uncut, like, here's my brain. And also, yeah, I've been like having this weird headache kind of on and off. I think it might just be all the pressure changes from all this weather and stuff. I thought maybe it was like from not getting enough sleep or dehydration, but it legit just might be this rain kind of coming and going. So I've been kind of out of it today, but all right, let me focus. All right, so anyways, they were at this glass studio. The guy talked about, I think like glass is blown at like, I don't even know what temperature, Celsius or Fahrenheit, but super, super hot. Hot enough to melt glass. There's a lot of amazing stuff you can do with glass. There's a local studio in St. Louis that I love called Third Degree Glass Factory. Every third Friday, they would have basically a party where you could check their gallery out. They would have people doing like basically Vixen DeVille fire stuff, like dancing with fire, playing with fire. They would have demos. Really cool place. But this was someplace that where Mark and Ethan went. They went to someplace in California. Again, I don't have it written down. Maybe you could find this information somewhere on the internet. I'm sure there's somebody that's compiled all of the Unisonus lore. But I'm just going to talk about what I remember and see if y'all can even hear it. Jesus Christ. The guy there, it was so funny. He either confused Mark and Ethan's names back and forth. He would call Ethan Mark and Mark Ethan, or he had Mark's names and called Ethan something else, like completely unrelated, like Steve. I don't even remember. I don't remember the name of the instructor either. Interesting how that is. But they got to. I think that also he kind of helped and walked both of them through glass blowing like a paperweight or something. And I remember this was really funny because he's like, oh yeah, pick whatever colors you want, and like some of those glass colors, the bits change color when they are activated by heat. So, he pointed out which ones, were which colors and all this stuff. But it was really funny because Mark wanted to use some red that was out there, but the guy's like, no, we can't use the red. It's too expensive. I don't even think he said it was too expensive. He's like, no, let's do orange instead, or let's do blue instead. Like a totally different color. But I think, some colors are more expensive. So that's like a whole thing. Y'all, this rain. Oh my goodness. That was interesting. And I remember seeing also in the comments, because I had seen this video well after it was released, some people were pointing out in the comments actually that glass studio, and this is why I didn't bother nabbing the name, whatever glass studio it was, they were apparently putting a lot of anti-mask propaganda on their websites. So kind of screw them, right? I mean, cool for them for showing Mark and Ethan how to do the thing before COVID hit. But also, if they're kind of anti-science, I have zero interest of ever going to that particular glass studio. Go to Third Degree Glass instead. They've been pretty safe. They've been still trying to promote their artists and sell their wares safely throughout this time. So I think that's all I really have to say on that. That was it was a good video. It was a very entertaining video. It was really good to watch, and that was really cool that the guys did that. I'm going to talk about. I know I've already mentioned Third Degree Glass Factory. When I was seeing this title, "Blowing Our Souls into Some Hot Glass," um, I kind of thought about how I pour my life into work, how I pour myself into work life. I know it's not blowing, but pouring myself. Yeah, I was kind of toying with the idea of the title, whatever. Anyways, um, so yeah, I just feel like I feel like there's a lot to talk about me and my relationship with how I treat my work life, and my a sort of obsession, unhealthy obsession about work life, and also like just like kind of other ideas about the work life thing that just that happens with American culture. Like a lot of people, these days are like, oh, it's the hustle. You have to hustle and you have to work hard and you have to, let's get this bread and like all this stuff and side hustles and all this stuff. And it's like, it's really competitive and it's very unhealthy because basically it seems that that mentality is like encouraging people to work themselves to burnout or overwork, work more than a 40-hour work week, which personally I think a 40-hour work week is ridiculous. I did the math today. They say it says 10,000 hours. It's 10,000 hours to become an expert at something, right? Um, if you work a full-time job, you will work 10,000 hours like within 250 days of doing that. So like what with weekends, that's a year, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't say anybody's necessarily an expert after a full-time job, like, and that's not a hard and fast rule, but like I was just thinking about how that's a lot of time, anyways. But yeah, the side hustle and all this stuff. And I'm so guilty. I'm so guilty of doing that because I'm always like, people just know me as the person that has 2 to 3 to 4 jobs. And that's just kind of like, I kind of like the craziness. I kind of like the chaos, but it's like for me, there's like, I'm such a Gemini. Like it's either all in one, like all work all the time, or it's like sloth mode, like for real. I slept for 15 hours the other day, y'all. It was great, but like holy shit, like that's the dichotomy. Either I never have a day off or I sleep for like 15 hours. So anyways, yeah, I don't know. I pour myself into work. And I think about that a lot because I pour myself into hourly work that I get paid for, but I'm not always so good at pouring myself into the work I want to be producing, like videos, or artwork, or other things. And I'm just trying to like figure out how to like rebalance that and rework that because I clearly have some kind of drive that lets me work for 60-hour work weeks or whatever, do the hustle and the side hustle and all that. Um, and I remember, whenever COVID kind of was starting, I actually wrote a small poem about like kind of like I don't know, everybody's like talking about their hustle and their dreams and their like all these things, and I'm still trying to figure out what that is for me. And I always like the idea. I like the idea of being a YouTuber, and it was my first video I was gonna make was about the idea of careers and all this stuff. And I'm still working with that. I'm still playing with that. I still want to make that video, but I wasn't satisfied with the recordings I was working with, so I was trying to um like get it perfect and I couldn't, so that's why I did this project instead. But anyways, I don't know if any of this makes sense. I feel like I've just been so out of it today, like it's like my brain is on like a different plane of existence that's not quite this one. But anyways, yeah, how we treat careers and all this sort of thing. There are people that work within a career established thing for like decades, and that's awesome. But also, I don't know. I kind of like to do different things and learn new things all the time. So that's kind of why YouTube appeals to me. That's kind of why I loved Unis Honest because they were constantly doing new stuff and they were like learning new things and going to new places and showing people like crazy content, like yeah, blowing hot glass or Vixen DeVille walking on glass and eating fire and all this cool shit and so much more cool shit I'm so excited to talk about as I go through this list. Um, But yeah, I'm trying to get back on this daily video because that I miss that. I miss the talking, and I feel like I've gotten so out of practice. Listen to my crazy winding conversation with myself. Like, uh, could an editor even make this streamlined? You know what I mean? Like, um, yeah, and I'm trying to practice all the little details and everything, and get that all together. But yeah, with careers, yeah, like I always like the idea of like being a YouTuber or making videos. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just still trying to figure that out. But I pour myself into work, and I have a lot. I feel like I can talk about with like the way my work life is. I could probably make a whole playlist of just me talking about things I think about work or how the workforce is in America versus other countries. Should the workforce be what it is? Should we do more things with technology? Why do we prioritize jobs as much as we do? Like, I have so many ideas, but I I'm bad at expressing. I'm bad at getting what's all going on in here out out into words and presented in an entertaining way. And um, yeah, especially when I'm like kind of having this weird little uh, headache, not headache, kind of. It's just like sinus pressure. It's like kind of sometimes like I can feel it like open up, but yeah. Anyways, try not to work too hard. Y'all out there, don't be like me. This is not something I know. Like, there's a lot of things going on. Like, oh, people talk about overworking as a badge of honor. Like, brag about how much overtime they've clocked in and all this stuff. And I've worked with people like that before, and I've been like that actually. I've been a really bad person to be like, yeah, I just work hard and that's what it is. But also, I try to be very sensitive and respectful because I know people who have tried to do this second job thing and it hasn't worked out, and that's okay. That's totally okay. It's totally unreasonable that anybody would potentially even have to work two jobs. It's ridiculous. Um, but I think I like working two jobs because I like variety. I don't think I tried to do like a full time job thing for a while, and I was ready to kind of like look for other full time jobs or something. And there's so many ideas I have of things I want to do, and so many things I might potentially need certifications for. So many things I want more practice at or get better at, like this. But I don't know. I'm just, I'm either very driven or very unfocused or like, but I feel like there's something there. Um, Anyways, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna just shut up for a while. Enjoy this rain. If you've been hearing it, I have no idea what my volume's like, so I'm so sorry if this is super super out of whack. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot to talk about with work related things, but I don't. I think I'm gonna end the video here because like I'm just talking in circles. And I'm a little sleepy. It's just gotta be the rain, right? But anyways, I hope you all are having a really great day or evening or whatever. If it's raining there, enjoy it for me. I love me some rain. But yeah, it's so wild. I'm gonna listen to the audio on this. I'm really curious about how this turned out. Um, that's all I really got. I'm just kind of vibing, y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video.